MetsMusings is an unofficial, independent podcast covering New York's National League Baseball team. It is not affiliated in any way with Major League Baseball or the New York Mets.
Now it's time for some New York Mets baseball talk. Here's Gary Mack bringing you the latest news and analysis from Mets Nation and the world of baseball on another edition of Mets Musings.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Mets Musings, sort of. Usually we do an audio and sometimes a video version of the show, but this week it's just going to be a video version because it's the only way I could express myself without really losing my mind completely on day 100 and Godzilla time. I don't know how long have we been in this quarantine? It's been way too long. Way too long, and I started thinking about different things, and my mind started to wander, and then I was in this place, and I thought, I know a lot of you guys are at home working now, but don't you miss the office at all? Oh, your little cubicle and all your friends and standing around and talking around the water cooler about baseball and that's right. There is no baseball, but still, the travel into work and the camaraderie with everybody and the office views. How about the views of the city from your office windows? Isn't that lovely? Look at that. But I guess people are happy to be home and quarantined and stuck. But, you get a little tired of it. I mean, you can't even go to the library. The libraries are closed. They're empty. You can't go to the doctor's office. I'd be afraid of catching something going to the doctor's office. So what are you supposed to do? I thought about going on a vacation. And I thought, San Francisco. How about San Francisco? Hey, if you're homeless in San Francisco, you can get free pot, you can get free booze, and you can get free smokes. And if you get the munchies from the free pot, you can go to Nancy Pelosi's house and get all the gourmet ice cream you want. Very tempting. But then I thought, I don't know. It's really not for me. Let's go to the mountains. Maybe the mountains would be a good place to get your mind off of baseball. And that's what we want to do. Get our mind off of baseball and look at the beautiful mountains, the snow-capped peaks, the lovely valleys with the streams and the little rivers running through it. Beautiful. But it's cold. I don't like the cold. It's chilly there. So, no, maybe the mountains aren't the right place to go. So where do I want to go? Maybe overlooking the ocean somewhere. How about that? Oh, the cliffs. Oh, it's a little rough and rugged there looking for me. So maybe that's not the best place to go. You know where I'd like to go is the golf course. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? But I got a bad right knee, and my game is not what it used to be. So, and still, with this coronavirus thing, who wants to take a chance? So, we're stuck at home. But, there's one place I would really like to be. Really. And at Citi Field. Wouldn't it be great to be there out in the sunshine? I say open it up. Open it up. Let's have baseball. We need baseball. Because we're going crazy. We're doing stuff like this, which makes absolutely no sense. But we need the game. We need the Mets. We need our fill of Mets every night. or else we're going to go crazy, crazy. So let's see if there's any news at all. Well, there is a rumor that July the 1st or so, early July, there could be Major League Baseball. The MLB is talking to the Players Association. Looks like they might hammer down something where they'll go into spring training in June and be playing games hopefully in July. Now, will they be playing in Houston or Tucson or Phoenix or Miami? We don't know yet, but the idea that seems to be taking the most hold is the one where everybody plays in their home stadiums. Now, we may not be able to go there yet. So, we may still not be able to go to the home stadium, but at least we'll have some Major League Baseball. Here's keeping our fingers crossed. And in some other Mets-related news, A-Rod and J-Lo have decided to pull out of purchasing the Mets. Apparently, they couldn't get enough people together to raise the price of the purchase price of the Mets, and they didn't have enough cash, and so they are pulling out of their attempt to purchase the Mets from the Wilpons. Another stumbling block, if you will, is the Wilpons want to keep SNY, and I think most people that buy the Mets are going to want SNY because that's the cash cow. That's where you make a lot of money. And the Wilpons want to stay connected to the Mets. I'm beginning to think that they really don't want to sell, but they came out with this story, oh, we're going to sell, we want to sell, just to shut the fans up. And now they're going to make it increasingly difficult for anybody to purchase them by putting all kinds of conditions. First, it was the 5-year thing with Steve Cohen. Then when this news came out about J-Lo and A-Rod, then all of a sudden they were selling SNY in the beginning. Now they're not selling SNY. So we don't know what's going on there. But hopefully they'll come around, sell SNY, put it in a deal, and be done with it, and sell the Mets because it's time. It's time, Freddie. It's time. Everybody, Jeffrey. Everybody, Saul. It's time for you guys to get out of the baseball business and go watch a game and pay for a ticket. Hell, if I purchased the team, I'd even give you a lifetime pass just to get you the hell out of there. So we'll see what happens with that as well. Now, there is baseball on if you want to watch it. ESPN has bought the contract or got the contract, acquired the contract, however you want to word it, to the Korean Professional Baseball League. So you can watch the Korean Professional League if you want to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning, or sometimes it's on at 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. So if you're an insomniac and you're up and want to see that, or if you're that crazy that you have to get up that early to watch baseball, you can watch it. Or, hey, DVR it and watch it at a later time. A more reasonable time when people were up. Because that's the only baseball on, I think. There's nothing else on. That's for sure. Or heck, you could make stupid videos like this. A sort of episode of Mets Musings if you're going stir crazy. I just want to go back. I just want to go to Citi Field and have a hot dog and a cold beer and relax and look out onto the green grass and watch the guys run around and watch Pete Alonso hit home runs and McNeil hit doubles down the corner and Jacob deGrom throw one-hitters. That's what I want. I think that's what we all want. All right. Well, hopefully the next time we'll do a real edition of Mets Musings. This is just a sort of edition of Mets Musings because it's more about me blabbering about my insanity with the quarantine. But remember anyway, to keep the faith, Stay optimistic, and let's go Mets. And I'll see you the next time on another edition of Mets Musings.